zodiac sign. Put it in the chat, guys. Okay, with love, we gotta have a little reality check real quick. You gotta just be the best you can be, not anybody else. It's only you
What
at
is
the end
up,
of the day.
guys? It is Wednesday. Hello. Welcome to my live stream. I'm just going to make sure that everybody's in here. You guys know now that we're dual streaming. I wouldn't even call it dual streaming. We're like triple streaming, child. I just try to make sure that everybody can see me and hear me before we get started. So if you're one of the early people, what's up, girl? But yeah, let me just... It's always YouTube too. That's the shocking part about it. Like Twitch and TikTok, what's up, y'all? Like, y'all are on it. But for some reason, YouTube does not like this dual streaming business. But here we go. Send them a little notification so that they know I'm here. What is up? I see you guys on TikTok. Hey. Make sure you guys are double tapping the screen. We're about to get into it. Girl, you better save my, excuse you, YouTube. I'm about to say, y'all better save my stuff so we can get everybody up in here. Get the whole tribe in here, please. Okay. We're good. You said maybe it's on purpose. I doubt it because I have it set up to have automatic upload settings and they're just like, F what you thought, girl. They're like, F what you thought. And here, let me turn the intro off so I don't accidentally click it. It's been like a pattern of me accidentally clicking the intro too. I've been seeing y'all make a joke about it in the comments. I'll eat that, okay? I'll eat that. So, if you guys have never seen me before, hi, hello. My name is Naja, aka The Voodoo Child, and this is my Tribe Tea segment. You guys are the tribe. This is your tea. It's basically when you send me in stories, drama, life drama, work drama, family drama, and we all talk about it. We relate to it. We give advice. We kiki. Yes, this is the real Naja, girl. Is this the real Naja? Yes, it's me. Okay, it's me. I'm super excited to come up on here. I think I'm gonna go live tomorrow also, not for Tribe Tea, but just to hang out with you guys, you know, just to catch up, end the month out cute, okay? If you're in YouTube, in the YouTube sphere, let me know if you guys can see me. Here, I'm gonna double check one more time just to make sure everyone's good because I don't want to leave anyone behind. I know Twitch is good. I know for a fact TikTok is good because y'all going in. All right, let's see. Nope. Okay, I knew something was weird. There we go. Yeah, YouTube just does not want us to be great out of nowhere. It's so random. Now I should start seeing everybody. Okay. Computer engineer Naja to the rescue. There we go. Now y'all should be able to see on YouTube as well. Thanks for letting me know, guys, because I don't know why. There we go. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't save that I made that public, but hey, we're all on the same page now. So now that we're all here, okay, let's get up to speed. So obviously this is a live segment if you're watching this in future tense. So if you guys want to be in the chat, on the screen, we always do our lives on Wednesdays, so try to make it. 3 p.m. Eastern Standard, okay? If you have not caught a live in a minute, what's up? So today we have 5 different stories. 2 of them are pretty short, so I decided to throw another one in there. The first one is the title story that you guys see the title of the stream. With the family, beefing with the family. It is called Am I the A-Hole? Drama with My Sister with screenshots. So this is a really good live stream to watch if you've never seen me before because we're going to be getting into receipts, screenshots, all of that, okay? The next one is called What to Do Relationship Advice. The third one is A Short Tale of a Parentified Zelennial. Okay, I love that. The next one is Harassed at Ross. See, that just irritated me because, like, if I'm out in public just trying to mind my damn business, like, girl, The last one is called Was I Wrong? My bestie of 11 years did me dirty. That is some serious heartache right there, friend. Damn. 11 years is not a short amount of time. That's a lot of adjusting without the person you've been around for 11 years. Like, that's a lot. So I'm excited to get into it. I'm ready to get into it when you guys are. Make sure you like the live, whatever platform you're on. Please like the live. Thank you guys so much for the support on my pop culture rant on YouTube. YouTube demonetized that video. So if you really want to help me out, please watch some more videos on my channel. They did not like me talking, and I get why they did it. I get why they did it. Hold on. I get why they did it. I was talking about some raunchy stuff in that video, like Auntie Red, the You Know Who files, and people talking about they're okay with a certain type of PDF being the president and stuff. Like, I get it. I also showed some Love Island clips that got me copyrighted, but we worked it out. But still, you know, Love Island, you got Hudda twerking on her back and and people making out and doing all that. So I get it. But if you guys want to help a girl out, go and watch some more videos after this live, because they was not playing with me. Okay. So I'm going to get into this first story. We do have receipts, so let me just make sure that the receipts are front and center. It looks pretty good to me. Damn, this just happened. That should say 2025. Okay. My girl said May 2025. Damn. All right, let's get into the first story. Am I the a-hole? Drama with my sister. So right off bat, that's your sister, girl. I'm not saying that, you know, I am pro cut off people for your mental health. Don't get me wrong. But when it comes to family, I always urge people to put a lot of thought into it before you burn a bridge. Like, do you really need this person? And like all of that. Like, when it comes to sisters, girl, y'all probably gonna end up making up, and this is just gonna be, you know, well, I would hope so anyway. But let's see what it's giving. She says, hey, Naja and Tribe. Hey, friend. I have like 3 stories in my drafts. Hold on, Holiday. You need to give us one story. One story, okay? But she said this story seems to be over with, and I feel like I need another opinion. Fair. Okay, so background. I am currently 22, and my sister is 26. All right, 4-year age gap. I can relate. I am a Taurus, and my sister is a Scorpio. Shout out to all my Taurus and Scorpios in the chat. Make sure you drop your zodiac sign. Shout out to Tabitha in the chat for the super chat. Thank you so much, friend. You guys do not have to send any, but I definitely appreciate it, since you two want to be demonetizing my pop culture rant. So I really appreciate that. I really, really do. But yeah, shout out to my Taurus and my Scorpio. Scorpio season is it's November. I guess it's not really coming up too fast, but it's coming, girl. I'm not going to say where you guys are from, because you said you still live there, and your sister lives in, so you and your sister don't live in the same state. So this whole thing started on social media. With your sister? Girl, let me hush. Okay. So I reposted a post on Instagram that said, we support Black women, Halle Bailey, Cassie, and Megan Thee Stallion. My sister slid up on my story and said, well, I don't like Meg because she's a liar. And I said, girl, get the F off my page. As you should. Like, why do people feel the need to do little stuff like that? Like, girl, this is my page. This is my page. Why are you on my page telling me about how you, like, no, I don't know what it is either, because I really can't even put my finger on it. It's just, I don't want to blame like a generation or anything like that. I just feel like the way of the world has changed, because I've noticed on social media, if you post, I love fruit, you'll get a whole bunch of people, well, fruit makes me bloated. I'm allergic to fruit. I've never grown up eating fruit. Nobody asked you. Like, what are we doing right now? Like, this is my page. I'm talking about how I like nobody asked you. They be doing that real bad on TikTok. Y'all watching on TikTok, I know y'all see it. They do it real bad over there. Somebody will be like, oh, this hair product works very well for my hair. I love using it. Then random, oh, it made me bald. Oh, I hate that way that one smells. My mom used to try to make me wear this hair product. I hate it. Girl, nobody asked you. Like, damn, you do not need to comment. If it don't apply, let it fly. So already, like, sis, you don't like Meg? Cool. You could have texted me that, like, oh, girl, I saw your post. You know I don't like Meg. Oh, girl, okay. Yes, that bean soup thing that happened. Yes. Yes. Like, come on now. And then lying, shot. Lying, getting shot. Like, come on, bruh. I don't know. Well, actually, right. Shut your old... Anyway, child. Like, what? She then proceeded to go on a rant on her Instagram story about the Meg situation and the DM convo that we just had. See, that's when you should have called me on your damn phone. Why are you selling out? Obviously, the problem's with me, so... I was just taken aback, and it triggered me because it was very weird to see and hear hurtful words come out of her mouth. She was saying things that were told to me when I was telling her how I got assaulted. Oh, no. It was very frustrating because why is supporting a black woman up for debate as a black woman? Anyway, I went on with my night, and the next day she wants to talk about Christmas. See, no, that would have pissed me off. And again, I don't have a sister. Well, I have a sister, but she's not old enough to try me like that, if that makes sense. So, like, one of my best friends growing up, well, both of my best friends growing up, now that I think about it, had sisters. One of them was a twin, fraternal twins, and then my other best friend had a younger sibling, and they were both sisters but close in age, and they would fight like strangers on the street. Like, Claus was always out. Now that they're adults, they're close. Don't get me wrong, but coming of age, they would do and say stuff to each other that would, like, shock me. But I think it's just because I had all brothers until recently. I didn't get it, maybe, because I'm not going to hold y'all. That shit not for the weak. I've seen fighting at bus stops, like, full closed fist before school start, fighting their sibling, calling them names about their body image, like, all types of stuff. And I just remember growing up with my brother, like, there was always that gender boundary of, like, well, you're having your own coming of age experience as a boy. I'm having my own as a girl. At most, we'll a kiki and stuff like that, but it'll never be like, these bit would be fighting over flat irons. They would be like, oh, you're wearing my shirt. Boom, 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 boom. Like, oh my God. You know? No, for real. They said some sisters never got popped in the mouth. I don't know, because I've just seen a lot of that type of feud to where I would just be like, is this not detrimental to your self-esteem? Like, how do y'all even move on from this? Because I'd be so hurt if my brother was coming at me like that. Like, and like, how does that not? And honestly, looking back on, because I fell out with one of them, obviously, and the twins one. Looking back, I was like, damn, like, did you guys think that because that's how y'all get down, that I was going to be okay with being done dirty on some, like, oh, we're sisters? Because, girl, no, I'm looking at that as an attack. Like, I don't play like that. I was not raised to play like that. So, I don't know. But, yeah, from what I've seen, that's normal sisterly behavior type-ish, you know? But, hey. That's just what I've noticed. But yeah, that would have made me feel some type of way if you're bringing up my assault in relation to, like, why are you doing that? Like, that's table talk and you on the internet. Like, girl, what? So anyway, I went on about my night, and she texted me about Christmas, and she's planning to have Christmas in her state this year since Christmas was at my house last year. I was still upset and irritated about the rant the day before, so I told her I didn't want to talk. And she sent me some screenshots that corroborate with that. So, this is screenshot number 1. I'm not in the mood to talk or pay for Christmas because you went on an Instagram rant about our DMs. Period. Okay, I understand. I feel you. What, girl? I'm sorry, I guess. I'm sorry you feel that way. I was fed up because I've been seeing a lot of discourse on my TL about the same stuff. Okay, but ma'am, what does that got to... So you punch down at me because I'm an easy target? Huh? No. Oh, no. Yeah. And I feel you heavy on the I'm not paying for Christmas, right? For you ungrateful, you ungrateful ass people. Like, no. You could catch me not doing that. It's very odd how people just want to like throw stuff under the bus like that. Someone in the chat said, my sister poured water on my head and I nearly busted her face. That's what I'm saying. I've only seen sisters like scrap like crazy. And then there's that common trope that I would see like when we're socializing, forming a sisterhood, right? Like a friend group. They would do nasty stuff and just be like, oh, well, I thought we were sisters. No, that's your sister. You can do that. You can get away with that because at the end of the day, like I said at the beginning of the stream, talking about this story, right? You guys have the same parents. Like, you're going to make up at some point. Like, it's not the same. Ooh, not the thing want to log me out. Okay, girl, hurry up. Get your boot up. Get your boot up going, child, so we can get into this. There we go. But yeah, I don't know. And I know not everybody that has sisters. I seen somebody else in the chat say it depends heavily on how your parents brought you up. And I agree with that also. Like, if your parents bring you up to be close and not, you get what I'm saying, then yeah, you probably won't. But anybody with siblings knows there's those moments where it's just you and your sibling and air and opportunity. Period. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. All right, here, I found it. Yeah, please get all those little bubbles out of here. Okay. So, while we're talking about this in the text, right? She was posting slugs at me, like basically like sly jabs, that I just decided to ignore. I was focusing on why the interaction triggered me so bad. I was journaling, going on walks, and listening to music. Girl, you know why it triggered you so bad? Because I'm supposed to trust you. We're supposed to be cool, and you over here selling out when we could just, like, have WWE SmackDown in Mama's Kitchen real quick. You want to be cute on social media and talk mess. That's why you're triggered. Like, and there's nothing wrong with being triggered. Is she your older sister, or are you younger? Okay, she's your older sister. Yeah, that's not cool. She's punching down. That's messed up. I was trying to get to the root of the problem so it doesn't happen again. Apparently, while I was doing that, my sister was upset that my break was longer than she was expecting. I didn't put a number on how long the break was going to be, but I just needed to take a step back from her. On this particular day, I woke up feeling great, and I had plans on calling my sister so that we can get back to being us. As soon as I pick up my phone, I see a message from her. She put it in a group chat with me, her, and our mom. So let's look at this group chat message. But that's what I'm talking about. Like, where's the mama at? Because we need to get this union together. This is your sister. I just think that it's crazy. My sister won't talk to me over Meg the Stallion. Girl, you about to make her hate Meg for real. Like, oh my gosh. Somebody we will never know, and they will never know us. I just think, ask, what is the most childish and absurd thing on this planet? Well, girl, you thought it was so sad. I would have been like, well, I just think it's crazy. My sister brought up I don't even know if I can say that word on TikTok. Let's just say when someone took advantage of me over Meg the Stallion and aired all my stuff out. That's what I'm saying. You called her names over Meg. No, for real, Meg just ruining homes. It's been almost a month, but if I block old girl, I'm wrong. Who is old girl? You. I have a name that you know well. I don't give a F. Well, if you don't give a F, let's go back to square one right here. You see what I'm saying? Like, girl, if you don't give a F, get off my line. Why are you being disrespectful now? Oh, of course, now it's my fault. I mean, you low-key started it. You started the dumbness. Like, you started it. She said, all I'm doing is taking a break from you. No, really, though. All I'm doing is taking a break. I haven't been mean nor disrespectful to you. I don't even want to change your opinion. I just needed a second. If you could be childish, then I can be too. Well, go be childish by yourself. Like, huh? I wasn't being childish because I communicated with you. I communicated with you that I didn't want to speak to you over something that's childish. So I'm going to help. Girl, shut up. Like, really, like, I'm not even about to go back and forth with you. And then we just casually got the mama in the group chat. Like, mama ain't even saying nothing. Like, what was even the point of doing this? Like, huh? Like, why didn't you just come on this one and just be like, dang, girl, that was crazy. I started that over Meg the Stallion. Like, I shouldn't even have said nothing. Okay, here's mama. Wow, this is a lot. And it's not okay to call your sister old girl and act as if she don't have a name. Surely this is not about this lady y'all don't know, and it's okay to take a break from one another. Shout out to mom. Shout out to mom for clocking that. Because it's like, girl, I just don't like how, like, rowdy you acting in this damn chat. Period. Like, you dead ass wrong, for one. Like, get your stuff together, bruh. Like, so you snapping on your sister because of that? Embarrassing. No, for real. Period to the mama. They said you cannot like Meg or the moves she made, but to do all of that to blood, much less someone you know in real life, is wild to me. I agree. I agree too. It's giving your sister probably don't really have much going on because, like, why? It felt like all my work went down the drain and I'm back to square one with her. I was like, well, I guess the break's gonna continue. But this time it felt like I wasn't being allowed to just be. I've been having a hard time finding the words to explain how suffocating this felt. I didn't and still don't understand how me choosing myself was being mean to her. We did speak for like 2 weeks after that, and a few days ago. Okay, so before we get to that, I don't know the dynamics of your relationship, but because you are the younger sister and she's the older sister, I don't know the dynamic. For all I know, you could have been more liked and she wasn't, or maybe she was more liked and set examples for you and like you were in her shadow, or maybe you the big little sis and she's low-key in your shadow, but she's older. That's what I'm saying. I don't really get the dynamics, so I can't really tell you like what's really tea. But what I am getting is that it's irritating her that she's getting held accountable for how she's making you feel. I don't know if that's not the norm for you guys, where it's usually everybody just suck it up and it is what it is. But it's given even your mom is like used to these like, girl, leave her alone. Like, you're starting this. Like, why are we doing this? So she said we didn't speak for like 2 weeks after that. And a few days ago, her boyfriend sent a message in a group chat with her, him, me, my husband, and our mom. I would have been like, first off, sir, you're new here. Why are you put my husband in the group chat? Oh, baby. Oh, no, ma'am. No, sir. No, ma'am. No, sir. See, I didn't even know you were married because you're so young. So you're married. They need to back off. You're not little sis no more. You're a grown woman. You're starting your journey. You're trying to figure, like, they need to back up. They need to back up yesterday. That's crazy. So what is this? Her name is, that's your name, and I blocked her. Your mom said, this is a mess and I don't like it at all. Both of you are entitled to feel the way you feel. I'm sure the problem is a private conversation went public when the two of you could have agreed to disagree. Exactly. Team mama. Now move on and go about your business. Right. Like, why is she acting like she's on baddies? And then what pisses me off is, baby, you 26. Your brain done developing. Like, you're literally miserable and bored. Like, what is wrong with you? If you have chosen to block your sister that you know, that's not the same as her saying she needs a break. Seriously, like, you need to get it together. She could take a break forever. Don't bring this mess to New Orleans because it's not going to disrupt my peace. Ooh. Oh, and just to let everybody know, like, neither of them live in New Orleans. So I guess that's like home base. She said, don't bring this shit back home, girl. Keep that over there. I won't. I'm an actress. I can pretend. Big sis about to get sent on a grippy sock vacation because she's acting out of her mind. She's acting out of her mind. Are you serious? And the boyfriend, oh my God. Hey, I don't usually speak much. Girl, I'm calling him girl because this is just some messy behavior. But she getting up crying because her own sister won't speak to her over what I understand to be some lame-ish. You cussing in the chat with the mama? Oh my goodness. Take it how you want, but something needs to happen here. Excuse my language this morning, but this is crazy. So basically the vibe that I'm getting is big sis wants an apology. Nobody is owed an apology. Okay? You're not getting it. Get over it. In your own words, you don't know Meg Thee Stallion. Like, this is dumb, bro. And if I'm not mistaken, this isn't the first story that I've gotten where people are beefing because of the Meg and Tory case. Like, please jog my memory in the comments or something. But I could have sworn I've read another story where, like, come on, bro. Come on now. Good morning. Thank you for your input. However, it's something that has to be worked out between them in their own time. Thank you. Period. Boyfriend, stay in your lane. They won't work it out. It's apparent. Well, bro, I don't know what to freaking tell you. The hell? It doesn't matter to me. And Blank's relationship, me and Blank's relationship will never be the same over Meg Thee Stallion. Like, girl, you freaking stoop. You one of them. You need to get off the shade room. Like, this is really bird brain behavior right now. Mama said, again, I said thank you for your opinion, period. Like, mama is not playing. Like, please, stay in your lane. Boyfriend, stay in your lane. Boyfriend. Like, what? You're welcome. I'm leaving this damn group because I needed a break? Question mark. Don't be, who you cussing at? Don't be effing dense. What the F are you talking about? I already told you what my issue was. This group is not the place. Yes, mama, keep reeling them back. Why did your man decide to come at me like that then? Like, what is wrong with you, bruh? Oh, my gosh. This too much. Why is this even happening? You don't want to talk to me because of a celebrity. Like, be for real. No, girl, she don't want to talk to you because you talked about her getting, again, I can't say the word because of TikTok. You was talking about her getting, touched on. Let's just say that. Touched on by somebody. You need a break from me because of a celebrity. You don't want to talk to me for over a month because of a celebrity. And honestly, I don't want to talk to you ever again because of a celebrity. And he got into it because I was crying to him this morning, telling him that our relationship would never, ever be the same. And this is sad. Girl, get a life. Like, y'all don't got anything else to talk about? I didn't come at anyone. I came at the situation because to me it's stupid. I'm tired of having to console old girl because she wants to talk to her sister and misses the relationship and blah, 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 blah. Like, come on, child. Oh my gosh, we got voice notes. Like, if I was the mom, I would have deleted the whole chat. I would have deleted the whole thing. I didn't come at anyone, blah, blah, blah. I figured somebody would be willing to amend the situation that wasn't caught. Like, bro, you're choosing sides and old girl needs to apologize. Like, honestly, that wasn't the point. Yes, it was. Why are you trying to tell me why I needed a moment to myself? You can have forever to yourself. Okay, let's decompress real quick. This is so unnecessarily messy. If you would have showed me this, I would not have thought that this is a 22 and a 26-year-old in a group chat with their mother and spouses. I would assume that this is a high school group chat. Because what the hell is this? Oh, you got it. Oh, shout out to Sienna. Thank you so much, sis, for the super chat. She says brothers versus sisters beef is different because men release a bunch of oxytocin after fighting. That's how they can move on faster usually. I guess so, because this little catty back and forth crap is just giving like, I want a response, so I'm getting fed by that. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, this is feeding me. I'm loving this back and forth, like somebody else said. Mama should have pulled big sis aside, because now this is strike 2 of you're being the aggressor now. You can't force someone to forgive you. This is your fault. If I was mama, I would have texted her individually and I'm like, hey, you owe her an apology at this point because y'all are ganging up on her. Like, this needs to stop. Someone said it's not about Megan. Maybe she's jealous of her or something in their dynamic. That's what I was thinking too. Like, I don't know your dynamic, but it's going back to that. How did your mom handle arguments when you guys were kids? Like, was your mom always in the middle of it? Because it's also not normal to have conflicts with an audience. Like, I don't know. Did anybody out in the ether? Is that what y'all do? Because when I was growing up, my mom would be like, hey, stop all that fussing. Go stare at the wall and then come back and talk to each other. Because no, this is like, what are we doing? I remember there was that trend on TikTok where they would make the kids wear the same shirt. And you just got to sit with each other. Like, no, I'm not about to. No. Y'all think the mom ignored them? Maybe. I don't know. It's given either the mama was playing judge and referee when they argued, or the mom just ignored their arguments, and that's why they feel the need to. I couldn't even tell you the source of it. No, for real. Someone said, all I know is mama muted that chat, period. I was shocked, girl. That man, her boyfriend, was literally in my business at 7 a.m. I really don't like how he thought saying something was going to fix it. Like, anybody's supposed to listen to him, period. You had my mom screaming at us and everything. He even texted my mom separately. Oh, no. He needs to learn his place. Sir, either you about to get on one knee and make it real, or get out of the game. Get out the kitchen. Why are you texting my... Like, you're messy boots. You messy. You messier than the bitch. Like, what are you doing? He was texting my mom separately, a little crazy too, being fake respectful. Oh, you got the screenshots? Oh, tell me why your mom... Okay. New theory. And sorry if you guys hear them doing yard work outside. New theory. Is your mom like a teen parent, or was she a young parent? Because why, I'm about to show y'all, why did mama screenshot the boyfriend texting her and send it to the sisters in a separate chat? It's giving young parent or teen parent, or I am one of your little friends, because the way that my mom would have called me and checked me type shit, like, and my mom is a teen parent. So I'm not trying to say, like, you know, all teen parents or young parents can't be strict. Don't get me wrong. But it is giving you want to be the third sister and not the mama. Because look at this. Hey, good morning. With all due respect, please don't talk to me like that again. Thank you. This is the boyfriend? Mind your business and let my daughter work out their situation. You talking to the mama like that, boyfriend? The way my mom wouldn't even responded to this number or this text, and she would have cussed me out and told me if I don't get rid of this bum, like I would be exiled out. Like my mom would have tore me a new one about this. This is crazy. This is a lack of respect. Wow. Tell me, what the hell wrong with this dude? I have no idea. So this is a text. Yeah, okay. Now mama is triangulating. She is in a separate group chat with the person that sent in the story and the person's husband. So yeah, it's giving mama might be a young mom, a teen mom, or she's trying to be the third sister. Like she's trying to be one of y'all little friends. It's just giving me that vibe because why are we sending, I don't know. The husband talking about, this is crazy. I just woke up to brush my teeth like bright and early. You over here with the F shit. Like, what are you doing? What is it? 10 and 11, she said. So screenshot 11. So here's the full text. Hey, good morning. With all due respect, please don't talk to me like that again. Thank you. And like, what did she talk to you crazy about? Because one thing is for certain is that they are guaranteed to be together forever, but you not. Ooh. Mama ate him up. Oh my God. That's what I said. You either going to put a ring on it or get the hell out the kitchen. Get out. Clock that. Clock it yesterday. Like, yes, mama, get him the fuck together. Thank you. Thank you, because this little petty Meg the Stallion shit gonna be over with. You over here talking about, I'm tired of consoling her. That's your woman. You're gonna console her for the rest of her life, correct? So what are we doing? Ooh, the pressure is getting worse. Oh my gosh. Mama said, look, I don't play about y'all. I know y'all be playing, but I don't play. Wow. Like, do your job, mama. I know that's right. The worst part is that it's honestly not that big of a deal, and he decided to jump in, right? My sister and I have been in way worse conflict with each other, and we bounced back. I thought this was going to be the same as any other disagreement, just with some space between us. The whole situation was flipped on its head and turned into something that I never intended it to be, because all I wanted was a break. And no shade, your sister seems very suffocating. Like, you are married. I don't know how long you've been married, but as a married person myself, I get it. Like, you kind of want some space to kind of like refigure stuff out and kind of own your own. Because even if you don't have kids, like, that's your family now, right? So it's like, give me some space. I can't do all that I used to be doing for you. So I didn't feel comfortable leaving things the way they were because it's my sister. So I decided to send her a book of a message, and I'm sorry if it's so long. So let's go read this book. Girl, not you really sent me the Bible. Oh no, y'all, look at this. Girl, I know you freaking lying. I know you freaking lying. Okay, is there more? OMG, mamas. Okay, I'm gonna skim because I have a feeling that a lot of this should just be for her and not for us. I want to try and clear my part up in this, and I hope you'll hear me and understand. My initial problem wasn't what you said, because I don't have any interest in changing your opinion. I just didn't like the way it was told on a rant in your stories. I feel like an indirect response to our DM conversation. You have every right to do and say what you want on your page, so I just decided to remove myself. I felt the need to do so because abuse is a topic that I'm very sensitive about, and I believe that it's something that should be handled with care, especially when it's a Black woman who is the victim. I know what it's like to be a victim when nobody believes you. I didn't feel like the topic was being handled with care. I really didn't want to argue about it, so I texted you about needing a break. When I finally got my bearings back and picked up my phone, I saw the message in the group chat with your freaking boyfriend, not your husband, your boyfriend. I didn't realize that it was going to escalate like that. I felt like it was rude for you to not address me by name. It was never my intention to hurt your feelings. I just want to be allowed time to work through my feelings. When I was reading those messages, it didn't feel like I was being allowed that time. I didn't have a time limit on how long the break was going to be. I was just taking it day by day. After that, I was a little angry, but I got over it. And I was again going to call you this morning. But then I woke up to your man messaging me, and that really hurt. To me, it was just us going through a rough patch. We've been through plenty. I will say that this is the first disagreement we've had in adulthood and have been this far apart from each other. We don't usually go this long without talking and be thousands of miles away. But, big butts. Ooh, y'all saw how I just went through that? Y'all saw how I just went through them two brochures? Our bond is ours, and mending that bond should only be ours, period. This break was a big thing for me because I've never gone a day in my life or made a decision without you in mind. It's giving enmeshment. Okay, so now I think I've figured out a little bit more about your dynamic. You said you don't even make decisions without her in mind. It's giving you guys are enmeshed. Now, 4 years is a decent gap because if I'm correct, that means you've only ever been in school with each other once, which was elementary, where you were a kindergartner and she's in 5th grade. All the other times you've never been in school together, right? So I could see how that space would make it on some like, oh, I'm looking up to you, like whatever you do, I want to do. I'm sure when you were in school, they called you Lil Scorpio. You get what I'm saying? Like, the problem with that, though, is when you go against the opinion of the person that you're traditionally enmeshed with, it causes this type of friction, especially in adulthood, because now it's like, no, like I'm grown. I'm making like real. This isn't no kitty-ish like, oh, I like Hannah Montana with this wig. No, I like Miley with the brown wig. Like, no, this is real. This is a real, you get what I'm saying? A real scenario. So, yeah, someone else said codependency. I could see that, too. You're my big sis. I love you, and I will never stray too far. It hurt to see you tell me to take a break forever. Again, I never wanted to hurt your feelings. I have been doing lots of growing as a, well, there you go. You gave her what she wanted, that apology, even though I feel like she didn't deserve that shit. I'm learning myself and all of my roles, me, my daughter, wife, and sister. The initial issue made me start thinking about how much of my identity was connected to being a little sister. It's something I really love and something that I miss. Again, I was not choosing a stranger over you. I'm not trying to punish you. I was not angry at you. I just wanted an opportunity to just be me. I hope that I'm making sense. Girl, honestly, I would have just not told her I needed a break and just would have ghosted her ass and would have lied and be like, oh, yeah, at work or something. But nah, she really does need to know what's going on. Where is it at? Okay, so it's the same text. The initial issue made me start thinking about how much of my identity is connected to being a little sis. It's something that I love and miss. Again, I was not choosing a stranger over you. I'm not trying to punish you. I was not angry at you. I just wanted the opportunity to just be. I love and miss you. If you don't want to talk to me again, I respect that. If you do, I am open. This was never supposed to get this far. Well, girl, when you don't got shit going on in life, that tends to happen, huh? Because, girl, what? What? Okay. It was obvious that her mind is made up, but I didn't want to leave anything open on my part, sorry. It's been a week and she still hasn't responded. I'm not surprised at all, but I'm sad that this got out of hand. Well, duh, because now you put the power back in her court. The whole reason why she was tripping is because you held the power in that situation. You were the one that was like, oh, I'm not talking, I'm chill. And she was the one that was waiting. Now you're the one waiting and she's the one with this resilient silent treatment. When it's like, girl, we live states apart. If you do this, we might not reconnect until we're in our 30s. Like, this isn't smart at all. This is new to me. She's my big sister, and I've always run after her after every argument. My earliest memories are of me jumping in front of the belt when she would get whoopings. Oh, Lord. I've been supporting myself financially, minus the home, of course, since high school so that my mom could have extra money to send to her. Even when I got married last October, I told my husband that once we move out, we're on our own for real. because my mom wouldn't be able to afford to send us money and money to my sister. I've always put her thoughts, feelings, and opinions above my own because I didn't want her to be uncomfortable. Well, she doesn't seem to mind you being uncomfortable, babes. The first time I decided to do that, it blew up in my face. That's that old saying, the first time I say no is like I never say yes. Be careful with conditional ass people like that, y'all. On one hand, I'm at peace, and on the other hand, I miss my sister. She's my big sister, and the thought of life without her is scary. But I really need to know who I am as, like, why do I feel terrible right now? Love the channel, and thank you for reading my story. So, she did send another little update, but we're going to do a little intermediate real quick. You're already doing stuff that your sister hasn't done. Your sister's obviously not the blueprint. She has horrible taste in men, for one. She does not take accountability and never has her whole life, for two. It seems like she gets away with more stuff with you and her mother and stuff than the real world. So she likes to pick at you to make herself feel better. That's not cool. No, for real. They said I was never that close with my siblings to take an ass whipping for them. As an older sibling, that is an older sibling trauma response. Usually, the older sibling is the one that'll run in front of the belt for their younger ones and be like, nah, I'm older, like I could take it. It's very rare you hear a younger sibling say that they took up the whooping for that, because you know the older sibling was like, shoot, go for it, right? Like, so that's just very odd to me. It's giving that this sister escapes accountability like her whole life and responsibility her whole life. Like, I don't know. And I get it. Marriage and kids is not the end all be all, but I do think it's very interesting that you had the parentified role. You moved out early. You found a partner. You got married. And this girl just has this disrespectful ass boyfriend that can't even do emotional labor, which is crazy to me. Like, that's literally the point of a relationship, but I digress. Let me read this chat real quick. She needs to start developing relationships with other women in her life. Yes, that's what I was talking about at the beginning of the streams, like how I could always low-key tell when somebody had like a low-key codependent toxic relationship with a sister, because how they come as an adult trying to make women friends. You need to go and branch out and make some other friends that are women that are maybe your age, maybe a little bit younger than you. Like, you know, like mix it up. Because I feel like this sister relationship has just gotten pretty toxic. Live Lovely says therapy will really help you with the codependency and people pleasing. No, seriously, because even the fact that you needed to take like this long retreat in order to process your feelings of like, hey, I'm not in the wrong here, right? Bruh, I'm not trying to say that's not normal, because it's a process that some people do have to go through, but I just want you to know that you don't have to go through it. Like, you can simply say no, and that's all you need to say is no. You don't need to explain that no. You don't need to break that no down. You don't need to make the no palatable so that people's feelings don't get hurt. We are all grown here. Everybody involved is an adult, and they're all older than you, and they've been doing this before you. Like, but I think therapy would definitely help you out. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm really interested in how your husband feels about your family dynamic also. Like, how does he show up when you have these type of things going on? Or like, does he just brush it under the rug like, oh, these girls are being dramaed out again? Like, you know, like, how does that work? But damn. Mo said, as a older sibling, I never ran in front of the belt to protect any of my siblings, and I still won't. Damn, that's crazy. I definitely did when I was younger, but I had like a messed up situation going on that wasn't even normal. That shouldn't even have been freaking going on. But I definitely was stepped in for my brother a few times. Like, nah, leave him alone, bro. He's little. Like, that's messed up. That's messed up. And then it's like that 4-year gap. I'm the same gap as you guys are, and I could not imagine my little brother stepping up to the plate to take my whooping. Like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, absolutely not. Oh, girl, tripping. And low-key, I'm surprised you don't got no resentment towards her about that shit. It's like, what? No. That y'all say, why I'm mad we all trauma bonding right now. Like, yep, I ran in front of that belt, Brad. Like, this shit's just sad. But here is the update. Hold on. Because she added some bulletins and stuff. Hey, Naja, I'm back way too soon, but I do have an update. And admittedly, I'm even more confused now. So when I ended the last email, my sister had not responded to my message, and she has now responded with her own message and POV, and I feel uneasy about it. And honestly, I think some of the things she said were borderline manipulative. My issue is not with her message. My issue is about the phone call after I read her message. So to make this, I'm going to make a list of the things that rubbed me the wrong way. Okay, hold on. First, I'm going to look at the screenshots. And then we'll get into the phone call. Ooh, girl. I wouldn't even want to... This will give me a uh-oh feeling like it's the first day of school or something. I wouldn't even want to talk to her. Thank you for messaging me. I'm just now seeing this on my laptop. BS. So, okay... She is so aggy, bro. Like, older sister. Like, she is so aggravating. It's giving you are the little big sis. Like, she acts like a aggy ass little sister. Because what I'm just now seeing on my laptop, basically trying to be on some I blocked you. Girl, shut up. I'm going to just go in order. Firstly, I am a professional ranter. It's what I do, which is why I have switched to ranting on TikTok because people appreciate it more. What are you talking about? A professional ranter? So you throw your sister under the bus? Like, what are you talking about? I'm a professional ranter. Like, social media is for everybody. Anybody can do their rants. Whether it's about pop culture, whatever, shoot, y'all know I be doing my rants and everything, but I would never just get out of a conversation with somebody, then post on Instagram and try to link it to a celebrity. Like, you're being weird, bro. Talking about you a professional ranter. Baby, you better be in somebody creator fund, somebody AdSense. You better be talking about professional. But you better be clocking in over here doing this BS. I apologize to you. No, you did not. And told you were not the reason I made the rant on my story. Yes, you were. Yes, she literally said you were. I had been seeing a lot on my timeline about the same stuff, and I was annoyed. The reason why the situation makes me mad is because when women knowingly lie about stuff like that, it makes it harder for actual victims of abuse and SA. Okay, and your sister is an actual victim of abuse, and you decided to throw her under the bus. That's disrespectful to women who go through real ish. You disrespected a woman going through real ish. I'm sorry I hurt your feelings, but if I feel like a woman is lying about something like that, I'll get pissed off on behalf of people I know, like you, who are real victims. Bitch, you threw her under the bus. The reason women aren't believed is because of people like that who lie. Okay, girl, get your professional ranter. Get your words together. Now, I did not receive the text from you saying you needed the break until I sent a message in the NWA group. That is also not true because you brought the break up and you said have a break forever. This girl is delusional and believes her own lies. And honestly, I really feel like she has an accountability problem. Like, just growing up, you took all the brunt of the stuff and she didn't have to deal with it. She got all of the positives and you got all of the slack. And she's just going about this role. So from my perspective, yes, you are mad at me over a celebrity. The only message I got from you was I'm not in the mood to talk or pay for Christmas because you went on an Instagram rant about our DM combo. If you're trying to work through some feelings, you should have said that. She did. I apologize for not addressing you by name. That's a start. At that point, I was mad because I felt like I didn't do anything to you for you to not talk to me for a week. So I figured if you don't want to talk to me, then I don't want to talk to you. I figured you'd be fine because you have another sister. Ooh. So I blocked you and unfollowed you on Instagram because it made me sad seeing you. By doing that, it would make it easier to accept that our relationship will never be the same. This girl is so dramaed out and tiring. Honestly, bro, I would just like fall back. Like, it's really not. This has to drain you, girl. This has to drain you. Oh my gosh. Now I know that you'll stop talking to me for long periods of time for a difference in opinion. Girl. Like, what? Oh, did I get to 3? Where's 3 at? Oh, here it is. Okay. Since I have abandonment issues, that's not good for my mental health. Just F mine, though. Like, for real. Someone said, girl, go be with your other sister. No, T, because this is so tiring. I've been crying to my ain't-ish boyfriend about it for a while, but about how our relationship will never be the same. He did not understand why our mom wasn't stepping in to remedy the situation. And I believe it's because mom lets you do whatever you want. Girl, bye. So if you don't want to talk to me, then that's what it'll be. And this right here, you guys are grown. Baby, you closer to 30 than 21. Like, you're 26 years old talking about mom needs to remedy the situation. No, you're a grown-ass woman. This is crazy. So if you don't want to talk to me, then that's what it'll be. It's always my job to make things right because somehow everything is always my fault. Girl, this one was your L. I told my man not to send a message, but as soon as I left, he did it anyway. Yeah, because you need to put that boy to the curb. He's disrespectful. Get him out of here. I can't control people. Okay, Chief Keef. My man was not trying to come at you. He was trying to see if someone would chime in to help remedy the situation. That's not true. Yo man was coming in as your mouthpiece. For some reason, he felt like he had to say something because no one else was going to. No, because you can't have accountability and take care of your own freaking problems. I love you too much. I'm sorry I told you to take a break forever, but at this point, it feels like I'm not needed in your life. Here we go. I would never purposely stop talking to you for any reason. You are my baby sister. I was always responsible for you and how everything is always my fault. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. I see. I was always responsible for you. It felt like I was being punished for having an opinion and then you abandoned me. Again, I'm sorry. I was mean, but I felt like you were being mean to me by icing me out. I would have said to her, my only option was icing you out because if I say anything, you're going to explode and do this anyway. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. First time I say no is like I never said yes. Like I was going to get this response from you anyway. It's crazy. I think we need to talk on the phone. Okay, I'm going to call you. So now we're all caught up. All right. The way I would have left her on red so she could think some more, like, bitch, what the hell? So they had a phone call, and these are the bulletins she had from the phone call. I'm going back and forth on even if I'm about to read all these bulletins because I pretty much have my mind made up about this. For one, you're not the a-hole. This girl is so used to being codependent and enmeshed with you that something, I don't know what happened to her, but something happened to where she is mentally still like 17. Like, mom's supposed to break it up. My boyfriend said, I don't give a damn about that. Like, let me shush before TikTok boots me out. Make sure y'all double tap on the screen if you're on TikTok because we still on somehow. So the phone convo says she was more upset that my mom didn't try to talk to us. I explained that because it don't got nothing to do with my mom. She said our mother was less of a mother because she didn't step in. Mama set y'all straight multiple times. She said she didn't like how our mother allows me to be a housewife. I tried to explain to her that my mother doesn't allow shit in my house. I'm a housewife because my husband supports it. That's what I'm saying. Like, she needs to realize you have moved on. You are starting a new family. You have a husband. You have a household. Girl, go be with your boyfriend. Like, and then why is your boyfriend in my household? Like, huh? Girl. She told me that I abandoned her because I asked for space. She got offended when I told her if she wants to defend victims that she should not use the same language and words that are used to discredit them. You don't have to believe Meg, but if you feel the need to call her out, don't use phrases that people use against victims, right? Shout out to Sienna again for the super chat. They said, I know that AirPod notification pissed our good sis off. That robotic voice reading that long message. No, seriously, like, get off my line, bro. Trigger warning. She brought up my SA and connected it to her being a big sister. She said that she was upset that she couldn't protect me. For context, I was 11 and she was 15. I was living with my dad, or AKA my sperm donor at the time. And it was nobody's responsibility to protect me but him. I didn't know how to feel about that because we're talking about that happening to me, but I didn't expect it to go that way. Because usually when these type of things happen, there's an underlying issue for real. She got offended when I told her her man is rude, period. And he is not respectful. And sending messages like that, even when she told him not to. And now there's tension between him and my mom. She told me that she's gonna... Girl, you need to cut your sister off. This woman, is so tiring. This 26-year-old woman told her 22-year-old sister that she is tired of being a big sister and she wants to unalive herself. I'll tell you right now, if I had a little sister that was married, husband don't beat on her, she's a housewife, she don't gotta work for nothing, she's sound mind, able body, I feel like I'm good. Like I'm good. You know, like someone is taking care of my sister. What are you why are you making this all about you? Like, girl, Delululemon. Talking about you tired of being a big sister. She keeps cutting me off saying I need therapy. I told her that she no longer trusts me because you want to categorize me as someone who abandons you. She doesn't understand when I ask for a break, it doesn't mean I want to erase you. Then she gonna bring up my other sister. She didn't like it when I told her that, yeah, I have another sister, but you're not interchangeable. And I don't think that she was liking that too much. She said she didn't feel like it was normal to want space. We are two grown women. Like, what are you doing, girl? I wonder, let me guess, like when she moved out, did she not even move out when she graduated? Like, did she stay in the home with your mom when she graduated high school and stayed with you your whole high school career or something? Because, like, I don't know. I just get like this vibe that she just lingered and just got fulfillment from being like the older you. Like, I don't know. It's just something really odd about her. Like, no, really, this is giving like single white female level crazy. Like, this is a lot. Like, what's next? Is she gonna try to talk to your husband? Like, what's going on? There's more, but this is all I got for now. Okay, thank God, because girl, I was getting winded. It's clear that neither one of us wants to be in conflict with each other, but I feel like in order to move on, I'm gonna have to just accept whatever she puts on me, which is how it's always been. And I was hoping that it would change, but after the convo, I'm not sure that it will. I really don't know how to feel, and even though I hated our old dynamic, I wish I could take all of this back for it. Let me know what you think. I feel like your sister is panicking because the little minion shadow that she created has now started their own life. And you said that you just got married it's definitely giving, oh no, she's changing. She's turning into something I don't know. Who is it? And then it's like, oh, well, your man gets to be involved in stuff. Yeah, because that's her husband who involved y'all's mother in a union. Like, you got a little boyfriend, like your mama said, that might not even be here tomorrow. Honestly, for your sake, I would highly advise looking into therapy. If your husband got medical, get some therapy. I'm so like, you're at that age too. It's a really good time to get therapy, and being a stay-at-home wife, you got even more time. Like, go seek out some counsel so that you could be better equipped to have your sister in your life, but not diminish your sense of self just to keep her around, right? Because the reality is, you live in different states. You don't see her every day. Like, you could easily, if she pisses you off on a Thursday, oh, my phone died. I lost my phone all Friday and now I found it. Prove that I'm lying. Like, girl, I just didn't want to talk to you, but I know your ego is so fragile and your self-esteem is so low that I can't tell you, I was a little overstimulated, a little drained. I couldn't really talk to you. That's part of being an adult. That's part of being an adult. Like, it really does sound like she is just miserable, and misery wants company. But let's see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah, this sounds like a personal problem that has nothing to do with the person that sent the story in. Sis needs the grippy sock therapy, talking about unalive. No, for real, because maybe this is just that older sis crap. Good older sis vibes. But as soon as you say that to me, and I live in Florida, beep, 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 beep. Wellness check. You want to play? You about to go get what you want. You want to act crazy? We can do it. Like, don't play calling me talking about you about to. No, I would rather have my sibling be here on this earth. So yeah, I'm about to call them boys. 5150, bitch, fuck with me. Okay? No. Someone else said, keep her away from your husband, baby. No, I'm not even going to hold you. I had that same thought. Like, I don't think your husband would fall for it because he seems very nonchalant about the drama. But I wouldn't hold it past her to try. I really wouldn't. She was probably her accessory growing up. I agree. Girl, no, if you were feeling better not talking to her, then she is triggering you, right? She triggering you over state lines. F that. So my question is, how does she act when you first got into the relationship? Was she always trying to break you and the husband up? Because this is a deep issue. I mean, she didn't really bring the husband up. If anything, she's more so acknowledging all the little ways that the person who sent this in has changed. And the husband is a big change. But I feel like because she's 26, you know how society gets to women, especially American society. Once you pass 25, people just start treating you like you're freaking geriatric and your time's running out and stuff. So I feel like societal pressures, insecurities, the enmeshment and the codependency is just all weighing down at the same time. Phyllis says eek, the boyfriend stirred the pot. No, he really did with his messy ass. Oh my gosh. You do not deserve this, friend. I am so sorry. No, seriously, like, you can't even enjoy the fruits of your life because your sister is being a hating ass girl. Like, They said there's no excuse. Therapists now offer services at a sliding rate, free group therapy, all of this stuff. Yeah, and like, you say your man has a good job. I would just get into therapy and like, I get it. Therapy's not for everybody. And like, I feel like somebody like you, it's probably going to be a little bit more difficult opening up just because you're so used to being like, well, my feelings don't matter because at the end of the day, I got to just submit so that I can move on. But I feel like it'll give you so many more tools to work with this because your mother is right. Your sister's not going anywhere. Even if you decide to, go no contact or whatever, you still know your mom. Your mom's going to bring her up. Like, you still have family events. Like, it's not going to go away. So the least that you could do is have a tool belt to be more equipped so that you don't feel like you're sacrificing your sanity. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's a mess. No, they were like, girl, you're 23. Please do not take her and your BS into your 30s. No, seriously, love from a distance. Y'all are already got distance, so let's not. But if you guys have any advice, please put it in the comments. If you're watching in future tense, please help our girl out. But I really don't think you were in the wrong in that, and I think we're all in agreement. Like, go to therapy, get some tools so that anything that this girl come at you with, because I'm telling you, it's really sad, but Emotional maturity, when you learn that, you kind of even form like a little bit of empathy, or like you feel sorry for some people more than you're like, oh my God, like I can't explain it. It's very freeing. It's very freeing. When you get that emotional intelligence game up, it is so much freeing because you see yourself in people, and it's like, girl, you're just that sad little girl that feels abandoned. And it's like, that doesn't have anything to do with me. That's your personal issues. You know, that has nothing to do with me. And it just, I don't know, it just really helps. It really does. But we're about to get into this second story. This one is pretty short, so make sure you guys like the stream. If you are on TikTok, double tap. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. We're about to get into the second story called What to Do Relationship Advice. Okay? They said, hey girl, hey friend. I have been a silent follower for years. Well, thank you for coming in. You look familiar. I'm not going to hold you. I've been watching all of your videos and liking them, but I don't really comment. Okay, well then maybe you're not who I'm thinking of. Your name looks similar though. To jump right in, I needed advice from you and our fellow tribe. So my boyfriend and I have been together since October of 2023. So you guys are heading on the 2-year mark. Oh, and I found out that he cheated on me in March of 2025, 2 weeks before my birthday. And you stayed with him? Wait a minute. It's July. You stayed? Friend. The birthday? How old did you turn? The birthday, girl. I'm sorry. I'm just in shock. Right. Under the jail immediately. Handcuffs. And mind you, he also had a whole relationship with this person. It wasn't just like a one night, like, oh no, ma'am, that's not your man. He also works at the same company as this person, but a different department. I also work for this company, but now he doesn't work there anymore. Probably because he was scared someone was going to tell somebody he was freaking on the job. I can't say the name of the company for obvious reasons, but it's an airport job with great pay and benefits. My dilemma is that even though the girl and I work in separate departments, our paths have been crossing a lot lately. And you know what? That ain't nothing but God. God is putting that girl, the universe, whatever you believe in, fate is putting that girl in your face over and over and over to remind you this man ain't it. Like, why are we, he don't even got the job with the benefits no more. Why are we still playing with him? They said, not you dating a Spirit employee. Child, look. I feel like God is putting that girl in your face over and over and over to be like, why are you with him? You know he's still with her, right? Y'all probably smelling each other's, the pheromones and stuff. It's just, no. Wow. I don't know if she recognizes me, but I recognize her because a group of us went out to eat before in the past, and she was included in that group. Not only that, but I'm having a hard time trusting my boyfriend, and we are not physically together. That is not your man. Y'all haven't been together long, like, y'all literally are just coming up on the 2-year mark, and I have a really hard time believing that he did not cheat on you before and then just did it too close to home. Like, it's too early. And I know some people might be like, years, that's a long time to be with somebody, but that's still like a early relationship. You cheating? Not only that, I'm just having a hard time trusting my boyfriend. We're not physical. Although I found out back in March, we are somewhat together, meaning I do love him and I want to be with him. But I can't stop thinking about the fact that I was cheated on. Leave him. If you can't let it go, it's for a reason. Leave him, bro. That plays a role in how I've also been talking to him and treating him because your body is disgusted. You don't like him for real no more. You might say you love him, but I know you don't like that boy. I know you don't like him. I'll admit I've been a bit standoffish towards him since I found out I've been cheated on in all of my past relationships. Wow. And it's very tiring having to experience this all over again. I thought about applying to other jobs, but I'll be taking a pay decrease if I leave. Girl, don't leave. You better not leave that job over him. You better not. Don't do that. I just don't know what to do anymore. I'm not even entirely sure if they stopped talking like he claims. No, they didn't, because he knows that he can have his cake and eat it too now. He knows that you're not going nowhere, so why would he stop what he's doing? He's still talking to her. Damn. I want to stay with him, but at the same time, once a cheater, always a cheater, right? Correct. Thank you for taking the time to read this, and I appreciate any advice from you and the tribe. You have to choose your paper over this man. You have to stay at your job, break up with him so that he could do whatever, because it's crazy. There is a certain type of men, and some women are like this too. They just like the scandal of it all. Like, you don't even work there, but I know you still smashing the two girls that do, because you just love the scandal of it all. You like how messy it is. Take the messiness out of it. I guarantee you, as soon as you drop him, he's going to drop her too. Just don't go back to him when he does it, is all I'm saying. Like, he had, especially if you say he had a whole relationship with her, yeah, they're still talking. And her little bobblehead ass still is okay with it too, because she wants to keep him too. It's a mess. It's a mess. Y'all said I'll report him. He's already fired he quit the job. Mello says, do not leave the job. Not in this economy. That's how I'm feeling too. Girl, if you don't keep those benefits, period. He is for the streets. No, he really is. And I will go get tested too, because I just have like this odd feeling about this guy. It's very weird. Because 2 years and how long has he been in the relationship with the other girl? T. No, seriously, do not give him another opportunity to do that mess. They said, you do not want to be with him. It's going to be draining. Do I trust him? Should I text him? Why isn't he home? Why didn't he? Exactly. If you're not over it, you're not over it. End it. End it. Honey says, a decent job is hard to come by nowadays. I hope she doesn't leave. I hope not too. I really don't. Someone else says, friend, you know the answers, right? I get that vibe too. Like, you talking about you love him. Girl, look. I don't think he likes you. Because why would you don't do that to somebody you like. Bills are too damn high. That's another thing. He would have had to have like a significant impact on your life. Like, girl, he's been paying my bills and he's a cheater. And it's just like, no, this man quit the job. Right. Watch how fast he talked to somebody else when you leave. So it says, sister, you are blocking your Russell Wilson by hanging out with that Future. No, seriously. You said he's probably a Pisces and she's a Libra. Well, she's a Pisces because her birthday's in March. Right? Isn't that Pisces? You said next is a baby, friend. Don't be foolish. No, that's true, because there's a certain type of man where if he sees that you're willing to put up with that mess, he's going to put a baby in you. So he's like, now I definitely am about to trap you. It's a mess. But yeah, we said leave him, sis. Verdict, leave him. We don't like that. We don't like that at all. If you guys have any advice, put it in the comments below. But I just feel like it shouldn't even be a conversation of like, should we keep going? Like, you making it seem like you guys have been married for 7 years and got 3 kids and you own a home together. And it's like, man, he cheated. I don't know. Like, I understand that type of dilemma. And kudos to all of those women that are in the situation that have the strength to get up and leave, whether they leave with nothing but the clothes on their back and their kids type, like, because life can get real sticky. But you're about to come out of this unscathed. You still got your job. You got your own space. That man better not be in your damn apartment. I know that. Yeah, just leave. Some of the chat said my wig has shifted 3 inches to the left because of these stories. Well, we're going to move on to story number 3. Thank you to those 2 people that sent in their story, though. Thank you. But yes, very stressful this week has been very stressful with the stories. So this next one is a little bit more tame, I hope. Oh, no. Okay, so Girl Luigi in the chat said on some petty-ish, she says she will report the other girl for the infidelity, but for all we know, it could be an establishment where you're not supposed to date at all, and she could get herself in trouble. That's why I'm like, if I was you, I would just dump him and continue to get my check and go about life, really. But okay, third story, harassed at Ross. Hey, Naja. Hey, girly. I hope you're doing well. I was just watching an old TRIBETEA about something similar, and I wanted to send you this short story, so thank you in advance. No problem. So this happened 2 years ago when I was a teenager turning 17. Damn. Okay. Me and my family were on vacation in Myrtle Beach. Ooh. We've been going there for a couple years now. And we go on vacay to shop, and, Ross just so happened to be in the same plaza as the TJ Maxx. So we walk into the Ross, just looking around, shopping, maybe 10 to 15 minutes in. Some old black man, maybe like 50 or 60, comes by me talking. And I started to get uncomfortable. He's trying to flirt with me, talking about, you so pretty, you should smile. Ew, get your old nasty ass. I hate when people, especially men, say that. So I'm just making a stank face. I was trying to avoid him, so I walked down by my grandma looking at clothes, ignoring him. Pause. You over here hollering at a teenager who's at the store with their parents and family and grandma. You can't even play it off like, oh, I thought she was grown. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The way I would encourage anybody out there to just start screaming, just randomly start screaming when someone does this, or just start acting just like off, if you catch my drift. Because, So I'm trying to avoid him, and I'm down by my grandma looking at clothes. He's staring at me talking about, how old are you? And I just don't respond. He started yelling out ages like 18, 17, 16, 15. Whole time I'm still quiet. Why is my grandma entertaining him saying no to the ages he's yelling at? See, now I'm about to get on grandma ass real quick. Why is your old pick-me ass putting your granddaughter on the chopping block for this random grown man? Where was your daddy at? And is that your maternal or your paternal grandmother? Because what? So my grandma entertaining it. And about the time he gets to 15, he's talking about, oh, let me stop talking to you before I go to jail. Maybe, yeah. Yes. Stop talking to me before you go to jail. Exactly that. Okay. Exactly. He's just very weird and creepy. Then he turns his energy to my grandma talking about, oh, well, let me talk to you, grandma. That's what grandma wanted, her old fast ass. I was disgusted. So now he's trying to flirt with grandma, and then he walks away. We go back to shopping, but we could still hear his loud ass. Like, he's trying to flirt with everybody and they mama in that Ross. See, if you guys ever have a situation like this, the little security that's in front of the Ross, you tell them, like, hey, this man is back there harassing people. It made me leave before I even purchased anything because I just did not feel comfortable. He's just harassing everybody. I bet you they get him out with the quickness. Wow. So he walks past us again, trying to make convo, but no one's engaging with him. And my other grandma said he trying to flirt and we ain't with that. Yes, other grandma. But I made sure I stayed right by that grandma because I was so scared and my anxiety was getting so bad. I was thinking something could happen to me. But why my grandma say, go look around? And I was like, hell no, I'm not going nowhere by myself. I'm just watching him, making sure he left before I started to veer off to do my own shopping. Men can be so freaking scary. Like, why are you catcalling in the Ross of all places? But thanks again for reading. I'm always writing in a story after hours and sending them in the middle of the night. But as I was just writing this short story because I plan on sending in a long one soon. So till next time. Well, thank you for sending that in. Now, this is not uncommon, unfortunately. It's a mess. Usually what men will do is they'll go to certain stores depending on what quote unquote caliber of woman they're trying to get, right? Which makes this even more creepier because what is Ross known for? Junior's clothes, discounted, small clothes. Like that man is a creep, bro. Don't get me wrong. I shop at the Ross too, but I'm not going to hold you as if their adult section is itty bitty and they have tons of children options, mainly teenage options there. So weird, because usually what men will do is they'll go to the Home Goods, try to pick up a woman. They'll go to the Whole Foods, try to pick up a woman. If they're at a different level, they'll probably go to the Nordstrom and try to pick up a woman. Women do it too. We'll go to the Home Depot at a certain time in the morning so we can catch a working man. Like, so that man is a big creep. And I'm so sorry that the pick me grandma was doing that, because shout out to the other grandma that was like, absolutely not. Get out my face. Bye. Y'all said he on a list. He probably. Y'all said I know he looked like she. I don't know why in my head I'm just imagining like bald, 40s, 50s, cookout slides. A mess. Make sure y'all like the stream if you just got here. Oh my, y'all said not grandma trafficking. Help. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's get into this next one. A short tale of the parentified zelennial. Shout out to all my zelennials in the chat. I am also a zelennial. I take pride in being a zelennial. It's like best of both worlds. I was outside playing growing up, and I also had a MySpace. Best of both worlds. Tumblr. Not having high-tech cell phones in your face. Like, not fearing being cringe. Not fearing being perceived. Yeah, bro. It's you know. It's something I take pride in, you know. Okay, the short tale of the parentified zelennial. Hey, Naja. Hey, tribe. Hey, friend. I saw you needed some more stories, so I figured I would send one in. Well, thank you so much. They said they made a storytime channel of their own. I do remember you saying that. But I kind of decided that outside of my stepmom and her shenanigans, I wouldn't make any stories about my family because that's our business. So I'll just submit them here anonymously. Well, we will be here, okay? I'm not sure if this matters, but I'm a Libra and my mom is a Pisces who had me at 18. So shout out to all my Libras and Pisces in the chat, okay? And shout out to all my people whose parents were teen parents and you had to grow up with your damn parents. Like, jeez. So when I was 6, my mom moved my sister and I to a new state away from all of our friends and fam. We knew 3 people there, my mom's childhood best friend and her 2 kids. However, one of the first times she watched me and my sister, she left my 3-year-old sister in the car. And it was summertime. The only reason we got her out was because I came up and asked her, where is my sister? And I told my mom this, and my mom never trusted her to watch us again. That is scary. Your sister could have not been here with us. And that girl would have been in jail. So my mom was a night shift nurse, so my younger sister and I would often be left at home alone at night while she went to work or taken to overnight daycare where I would still have to take care of her. My sister has special needs, but of course she didn't start showing symptoms until after we moved away from everyone we knew. Oh my gosh. At the daycare every night, I would have to get us in our PJs and put our scarves on, which wasn't a lot to do. But every morning I would be tasked with giving both me and my sister a whole bath, in the small private bathroom at the daycare, brushing our teeth, washing our faces, just overall getting ready for school. My mom didn't give us a bath at home before dropping us off for the night, so this is just what we had to do. Man. Because my sister had special needs, kids would be so cruel to her. I always had to be on high alert with our surroundings to protect her. This meant that I only made one friend the entire 2 years we were there, and it was a girl whose mom worked the night shift there. I didn't have to tend to my sister at night as much outside of getting her to the bathroom, so I was able to let my guard down a little bit and just be a kid. Man, that's a lot to deal with for a little kid. God forbid my mom left us home alone. My nerves were 10 times worse because at least the daycare was secure and had adults around. Speaking of which, where are the adults in the daycare to take care of your younger sister? Like, why is that still all on you? Like, an adult should have stepped in and been like, hey, I'm going to take over from here. You're more than welcome to, monitor me taking care of your sister, but I'm grown. You're the kid. I'm getting paid to be here. Like, I don't know. So on these nights, at home, we lived in the PJs. And even though we got to know all of our neighbors well, strangers could just walk into the community at any time. And on these nights, I would lock my sister and I in my mom's room the entire night until I heard her come through the door the next morning. We eventually stopped going to that daycare, though, because my mom hated that it was in the hood. But I loved it because the staff was kind and understanding of my sister. But I get it. Since there was one time when they had us hide in a room without windows because some man was peeking in the windows at 2 a.m. and even tried pulling on the handles. Oh, no. They had to call the cops, and there was a manhunt for him and everything. So I see where my mom was coming from. I didn't even know that they had overnight daycares, but I mean, it would make sense if you're a parent and you got to do a night shift. But that is so scary. And then I'm sure because traditionally with, what is it called? Care, whatever. It's usually women working in those fields. So I could only imagine how scary that was. To have some random man trying to bust in, like, oh my gosh. They said a lot of daycares have kids they assign as helpers. Yeah, see, I just feel like that's too much pressure on a kid, especially if there's a special needs kid in the mix, So we start going to house daycares, which my mom liked, but I hated because they tended to be a lot less understanding and patient of my sister. This caused me to be even more vigilant with tending to her in an effort to not upset them so we don't get kicked out and my mom, and yeah, I get it. So my sister would go to our cousins and I would go to my dad's and have to watch over my two younger sisters. There while he and his wife took a back seat. I actually broke down in tears when my dad and wife told me they were expecting my brother. Oh my gosh. And I just started to get to an age where they could do everything themselves without my help. And now I have to restart the process. All of this started my long battle with anxiety. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why parents like Resilient Jenkins and like that biracial family with the white wife and the black husband where they did that big video and they're like, kids, we're having another baby. Like, and the kids look stressed. What is that other family? And I actually like this family, but I really had to be real. Like, I personally don't really care for family channels and vlogs like that. But I did like the travel aspect of this family. Can't remember their names for the life of me, but it is a black woman and a Korean man, and they have tons of kids. They just came out with a pregnancy, and the oldest one was like, well, I'm about to go to college, so I'm not going to deal with that, right? This is the problem because the pressure really does go on your older kids, like, period. Even if you only have 2 kids, more likely than none, that oldest kid is going to be helping you. Oh, go get me a bottle. Go get me some Pamper. Like, I only grew up with my one sibling in the house, and I have vivid memories of changing his diaper, getting him baby food, getting baby powder, baby oil, learning about when he can have solids and when he can't, learning about like baby soft spots on their head and like when you need to put a little head on them, like you can't. It's inevitable that it's going to mesh. So for somebody to just keep having kids, and they think, oh, I can do it, it's all good. It's only all good because your older children are taking care of your kids. So I get your frustration where it's like, damn, they just now are like walking, talking by themselves, and now you want to have another freaking kid? No. Damn, y'all said you did it with 3. Jesus. And then those be the main people that don't end up having kids for a long time too. Because it's like, damn, I already done raised kids. And then don't get older and then the disrespect. And it's like, bro, I helped raise you, little Johnny. Like, don't do that. Oh my gosh, she said she had her first panic attack at 11. Oh my God, I'm not surprised. We were on a family trip to Miami and my grandma moved in with us and she came on the trip. My mom decided she was going to go out last night that we were there, and she ended up getting drunk and losing her ID. Child. So if you were 11, that means that she was 29. I can't imagine, like, do you ever do that, friend that sent me this? You ever, like, think about how old you are right now and be like, damn, like, my mom was 29 with 3 kids. Or, like, damn, my mom was, like, that's crazy. Like, I could not have no fucking 3 kids right now. I couldn't imagine myself being 29 and going to get throwed and leaving my baby at the hotel and then losing my ID. The next morning we went to the airport and she, of course, had to go into one of the back rooms with TSA. My grandma said that we should wait on her on one of the benches. So we waited and waited and we started hearing that they were boarding our flight and my grandma started to get antsy. So we heard the final call and my grandma said, we'll figure out our next move once we're all together. That's when my mom calls and asks where we're at. I told her we're waiting at the benches. She said, no, I'm on the plane. I'm not going to hold you. If I was grandma, mama getting left. Your grown ass decided you wanted to be grown. You getting left. And it's like, so you just left your kids? Mama, you didn't feel the need to tell the flight attendant, oh, I'm actually flying with my 2 children and my mother. Like, I don't know, I was held up in TSA. Like, can you bring them through? Nothing. You just thought they were going to magically show up on the plane. And it's crazy, that common courtesy that grandma gave, your mama did not give it. That's crazy. Wow. Oh my gosh. Mind you, we have 10 minutes to get to our gate and I've just been tasked with getting my arrhythmic grandmother and my physically disabled younger sister to the other side of Miami International Airport in 10 minutes. And that airport in Miami is so disorganized. The gates are so far apart. Everyone's running. That's like the most stressful airport in the United States, in my opinion. Like, this is not the airport to be doing little crap like this. Like, your mom pissing me off now. I had to run to the gate and I told them to hold it for the rest of my family. I'm 11, so I don't understand that they're not going to hold the gate for me. So I bolted while my grandma and sister wait for the next train. I get to the gate just as they're closing the doors and start begging the lady to open the doors. She says that she's sorry, but she can't. I literally drop down to my knees and start sobbing and hyperventilating. My grandma said it was going to be okay and we'll just be on the standby. No, because what your mom should have did was she noticed that y'all wasn't getting, she should have got her happy ass off that plane. Y'all all could have caught the next plane. Like, what is wrong with her? Wow. She said she was having a panic attack. My grandma said it's going to be okay. My grandma eventually calmed me down, and thankfully, because of my very public nervous break, when it came time for the next flight, they called us by name to the front desk and gave us the 3 tickets, despite 6 people being ahead of us on the standby. When we landed, we found out that my mom went to the movies near the airport to kill time while we waited for the next flight and wasn't even upset with me. After that day, though, my grandma realized just how much pressure I was under and took over with taking care of my sister so that I could live a normal childhood. Why grandma didn't do that in the first place, I don't freaking know. Of course, I still had panic attacks throughout my teens and early adulthood because anxiety once formed does not